Good morning again, and as you can see, it's our second day of sunshine in the morning. That means we can easily do our second hike, which is going to go to Ryten, and that has a cliff view of a nice beach as well. So maybe we'll do the beach as well. We'll see how well the kids are doing on that hike. It's a little bit further than the hike from Solvari yesterday, but yeah, they did just fine. And let's see how they do today. Um, really looking forward to this one. Looking forward to taking some nice pictures. I won't be able to fly the drone there because Norway has declared a lot of places as natural parks where you can't fly anymore. So that's a shame. But yeah, I'll try to get some nice footage anyway. So yeah, let's go. Hey guys, so we are here near the top of Ryten, where you can see these beautiful beaches behind me. We're about 500 meters up here again, and there's also a cliff where you can take some crazy pictures, and it seems like you're hanging off a dangerous cliff, but actually there's 2 meters below there's just another rock. But yeah, everybody's lining up to take that shot, of course, just as we did. And right now we're going to rest a little bit, have some lunch, and then after that we're going to go back down and probably visit another beach along the way back to our house. So we're about ready to head to Andenes, which is about 4.5 hours drive. And as you can see, the owner of this property let us charge the car here, which was more than enough to get us where we need to go. And now we're almost completely full. So that was nice. And the funny thing is, the guy is from Ghent, which is about 20-30 kilometers from where I live. So he's a Flemish guy as well, and he was happy to be able to speak some Dutch again here in the Lofoten. So right now we're completely packed, and then we're off to Andenes with a quick stop along the way probably, and some mandatory picture stops, of course, in this very beautiful country. So we have about an hour left of driving to Andenes, but we stopped in Bukekjerka, where we have this toilet behind me, which is well, it's generally in a a very beautiful location, but it's a very funky toilet as well. So let me show you what I mean. So this whole thing is really shiny, but if you open the toilet, you can just see out of here. And since it's mirror glass, you can't look in, of course, but you can go to the bathroom with a view. So now we have just arrived at the house and had some dinner, and as you can see behind me, the nice owner again lets me charge up on the socket, which is slow, but any juice is good juice as long as you're not waiting for it. So I'm fine with that, because tomorrow we're going to go on a whale watching trip, a boat trip, which will be nice for my oldest son. He's nuts about everything that is sharks and whales and orcas and all those things. And yeah, it is going to take over 24 hours to charge up here. But on the other hand, we don't need a car tomorrow, so it can charge the entire day. So yeah, we will be charged up just fine to do some trekking around here the day after, and then more than enough to get to our next destination. Welcome to midnight in Andenes. So behind me you see the midnight sun, which is awesome. It messes with your mind because it is constantly daylight here, but it is really beautiful to see. And it is actually 12:30 at the moment. So yeah, it's a little past midnight. The sun is almost at its lowest point, which is at 1 o'clock in the morning due to daylight savings time. And yeah, it's just a pretty sight to see, and we just had to stay up and see this at least once. We just got back from our whale safari that we did today, and the weather was not as good as we would have hoped, because they predicted a lot of sunshine, but we got some clouds instead. But it was still dry, so we could enjoy the trip. And it was quite a trip, because we had to go close to 25 kilometers away from the shore, and that was a long boat ride. But along the way we got to see like 8 to 12 killer whales, which was cool. They were grouping together and then swimming around the boat and underneath the boat and everything, so we got some good shots of that, and the kids were of course quite happy to see it. And in the end we also got to see one sperm whale, which was at the surface for a few minutes, and then it dove really deep. So that means that we got to see the whole tail come out of the water while they just go vertical to go down to about 1,000 meters. And that was also the reason why the trip took so long, because you need to reach that ground where it is at least 1,000 meters deep, and that is apparently here about 25 kilometers offshore. Kids were very impressed with the mammals here, and yeah, they were really happy but also really tired afterwards. They just fell asleep on the boat. So now we're back home. We're going to cook ourselves some dinner and call it an early night tonight, because last night chasing the midnight sun and then having to get up this morning really early, that well, kind of left its mark, and I'm really tired at the moment, and I think everybody is really tired at the moment. So we're going to sleep in tomorrow, and yeah, tonight we'll see what else we can do around here tomorrow. And then after that we go to Senja, which is our next destination. We are currently here on Bleik beach, which is about 10 minutes from Andenes, and I also found out that there is a rocket launch site here close to Andenes, where they actually launch small rockets into the stratosphere and even up into space as well. And apparently this is also the only site in the world where they can launch the rockets directly into the northern lights, as well as they are straight above. Behind me on that rock over there, or that mountain, there are thousands of puffins that you can visit via boat ride, but as you can see, it is really cold, it is really windy also, so it's just too cold to do that at the moment, and you had to reserve up front as well. So we didn't do that, as we just found out that you have to do that, and tomorrow we're already moving to Senja. So instead we are going to walk around a little bit. My oldest son is playing with his kite. There's enough wind to do that, so that's good. He's having fun, definitely. And yeah, we're going to look around here and see if there's some hike we can do maybe to get more warm.